We're doing like a live sales call. I had a lot of people ask me to do this, so I was like, fuck it, why not? What we'll do is I have my guy Aaron right here. Aaron is going to be a fat, talkative person who works a 9 to 5 and wants to get into online coaching. And I'm going to close him in a sense on the call, but I'll show you guys what I would say in the sales call. I'll stop. I'll ask you guys questions on why I did certain things so you guys kind of understand the entire sales process A to Z just on your guys' side. So when you go replicate it on your own, you know what it is.
I'm just going to be a dude who's inquiring about some fitness coaching. I work a regular job, and I'm just like an unconfident fat dude. Yo, what's up, bro?
What's going on, bro? How's it going?
Good, man. Been a long day. Just got off work.
Where are you based out of, bro?
I'm in California.
California. Nice. Oh, that's why it's a little bit earlier in the day for you, right? What do you do for work?
Yeah. I'm a contractor, bro. So I just bid job sites.
Contractor. For what type of job sites?
Oh, like a construction company.
Interesting. That's fine. Do you like it?
You know, it's cool. It's cool. It's not like my passion, but I just
Pays bills, right?
Yeah, my dad got me into it, so
yeah. Fair enough. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, let's get into things, bro. I do have another call after this. If it's all right with you, what we'll do is I'll just ask you a couple questions. Obviously, I'll tell you what my plan is, obviously how it works, so on and so forth. I know we talked a little bit in the DMs, and then if all sounds good, we can go ahead and talk about what it looks like to work together towards the end. Sound good with you?
Yeah.
Cool. Timeout. Someone explain what I just did.
You got him comfortable first. You had a nice conversation.
Okay, broke the ice. How did I break the ice?
Being friendly, asked him how his day is, like what he does.
Personal questions, frame the call.
Good. Okay, so
one thing I will notice, just not to cut you off, one thing I did notice is you made sure the call stayed on track. You didn't go too deep into the background. You was like, I got another call after this. Let's get to it. So.
Yeah. So the first thing I did is ask him a lot of questions about himself. Why? Because it's like, oh, this dude genuinely cared, and you already said that as the first impression. And the first impression is going to carry throughout the rest of the call. Now, what did I do right after that? After that transition phase where I was like, I do have another call after this.
Things run through the breakdown of the call. Like how the call was going to go.
I tell you guys this all the time. What's it called? It's 3 words.
Setting the stage.
Setting the frame. Close.
Setting the frame.
So set the frame of the call. What's going to happen? Now he knows I presidented all of it. So now there's not going to be any objections, or he's not going to feel weird if I just start asking him questions, whatever. Cool? All right. Back into things. Cool, bro. So, jumping right into it, like what made you want to jump on the call in the first place?
I don't know, man. I've been following your IG for a while, and, I wanted to talk to a couple of other coaches, but I just wanted to kind of see what your program was about. And, so that's what brought me in.
Before even getting into it, like what makes you want a coach?
Well, I've been trying this on my own for like 6 months now, and haven't made too much progress. So I'm either not doing something right, or I'm not being as consistent as I should be. I don't know. So I feel like I just need a little bit of support or coach.
What does that kind of lack of progress look like? Like when you say you have a lack of progress, is it more so like you don't have the physique you want? Is it like, do you feel like you could be working out harder? Like what is that?
I think it could be a combination of just not knowing what to eat all the time, and then not having something proper to follow.
Yeah.
Like not having a proper routine.
No, absolutely, bro. Structure is everything. And before we dive into the technicalities of that, you said you were looking around for a bunch of other coaches. Like, what are you exactly kind of looking for?
Someone that I can have direct contact with and communication with, and a good system to, keep me accountable and going to the gym. Those are the first 2 things that come to mind.
Yeah, and then what would kind of be the outlier of you being, okay, I'm going to go with this coach rather than the next guy? Like, what is that really key factor that you emphasize?
I don't know. Probably whoever I feel is a better coach.
Okay, fair enough. But again, just diving into that, what makes someone a good coach? Like, what is that kind of factor that's going to make them elevated above the rest? At least for you, right? Because everyone has their own thing. Like some guys I know, some of my clients personally like to go ahead and get more personalized diet plans. Some like the fact that I'm one-on-one with them every day. Some prefer rather me not talking to them every single day, but rather every month, right? Once a month. So to them, I just reference it over to my kind of cheaper competitors just for a lower quality service.
Yeah. I think it's just the relatability. I I've been following you for a while and saw a lot of your testimonials and felt like I was missing out a little bit. So
Yeah, I mean, bro, what are you trying to do? Lose weight or gain muscle?
yeah, I'm trying to lose 45 pounds.
Did you see Mike on my story the other day? He went down 100 pounds in what, like 4 months now? He's just getting married. We got him down just like that.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but that's pretty cool.
I'll send it over to you after this, bro. It's a great story. It's just fun to watch, helping the people. Time out real quick. A lot just happened, so I need someone to tell me what all
Maybe we should take quicker breaks, bro. Break them down in like smaller sections.
we were just flowing, so I was like,
Yeah.
But a lot more happened. So you guys break it down kind of piece by piece. What is the first thing I did after I set the frame?
You asked him what he was looking for in a coach.
Okay, before that, I asked one question before that.
I don't even know what it was.
You always want to ask this when you first hop on the call. Always, always, always is the first question. you ask.
Why he wanted to get on the call in the first place?
What made you hop on in the first place?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now they're going to tell you, you're going to have a couple of types of people. One type of person is going to be, oh, blah, 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 tell you 100 things. Next type is going to be like, oh, I don't know, man. I just always call. And they're not serious. So you have to qualify that right there. And the third type is just going to be like a weirdo. And that's like probably the most common. But then you just kick them off the call at that point. Cool. Now, what happened right after that? I asked him that. What did he say?
You made the client essentially sell themselves on why they picked you.
Made him call out his pain points.
Get there. So right off the bat, right, you threw an objection. You're like, oh, I just want to look for kind of what the best coach is on the market. Now, when we get an objection early, a lot of you guys do this. You make this mistake. You'll disregard something like that. You'll wait till you pitch price, and then that same thing is going to come back up because he mentioned it to you earlier, and now you're stumped because you mentioned the price. He's going to say he wants to go to a cheaper competitor, whatever. So now, from the moment he told me, yeah, I'm just shopping around. Okay, cool. Well, what are you looking for when you shop around, right? Find out what that is that he wants. Oh, I want relatability. I relate to your content. Boom, solidified. Now he cannot bring that objection up later. It's done. It's out the picture, right? So like now, if he were to do that, all I could say is, oh, well, you said, you enjoy my content. Like, why not just hop on with the other coaches? And he would be swamped. He can't say anything. So again, we kind of handled that whole thing. If you also notice what I did, I framed myself in a more elite way by saying, oh yeah, like I had a guy, but like they didn't really want calls with me every day. So I just referenced him over to one of my cheaper competitors. What does that do? Establishes me at the top of my niche in a subtle way. I did it through the reference of a case study. It sounds legit. Oh, I did my cheaper, lower quality service, Now you're like, okay, well, I don't want the fucking lower quality. Like I'm paying for that. I want the best, I want the best coach out there. That's what he said. So I took his words and I basically made myself become the best coach in his head at this point in time. Everyone got that?
Yeah.
Anyone on anything I did, because this is really important. Like with the first thing you say when they say what makes you want to hop on the call in the first place, you have to really like dig in on that and make sure there's no objections, make sure they're serious, make sure there's intent. No one has questions. Cool. Okay, let's move. Mark, go ahead.
Sorry, I had a quick question. So let's say you're in like a situation where you ask them like what made you hop on this call, and then they give you an answer that kind of qualifies them less. How would you respond to that?
Give me an example.
Like let's say man, like let's say they're kind of confused in what they're telling you. They're like, I'm maybe looking to lose weight, or I'm maybe looking to lose just a couple pounds. Like they're kind of not sure of what they actually want.
Okay, role play with me. So what made you want to hop on this call, bro?
Well, my friends are saying I have gained a bit of weight, but I don't really see it. I'm looking if I can lose maybe 5 pounds.
Yeah, bro, if you don't even see it, why take an hour out of your life to waste it for this call? There's no point. Like I'd rather not waste either of our times if this is something you're really serious about. Like, what is it, like something like that's genuinely bothering you every day? Is it like something you think might be true? Like, where does that kind of stand?
Mostly just mentally. I don't know if I even want to lose the weight, but something I'd be down to try.
Yeah, so you want to kind of grow mentally. Like, what's kind of affecting you mentally that makes you want to change it in the first place?
My self-confidence.
Boom, pain point. Now you use that.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Okay, Abu Bakr, question?
Yeah, it was actually to like kind of double down what you're gonna say, because I had instances where like some guys just hop on a call and they're just like, that's like, oh, I want to lose 5 pounds or 2 pounds. It's kind of just to look better. But if you sell like the emotion of the result that they're gonna get, like always just sell discipline. Like if they're like, oh, I just kind of want to lose 5 pounds, and I say, okay, if you have the discipline to lose 5 pounds, like don't you think you can achieve more? And you can kind of like bait them into wanting more than just 5 pounds because they might not think it's realistic at
Yeah,
first,
bro.
right?
Or literally, bro, like this is like a drawback technique, you know? It's like you just act like you don't want to work with them, and then they're gonna justify it, like, no, no, no. Like, notice when I was like, why even waste the time? Oh, I don't know, like just like the mental aspect, and he gave me something else, you know? Because it's out of panic. So when you start to pull back, they have a reason. They don't want to seem like they care too much. When you pull back, they're like, fuck, now I have to show that I care, and they say what the truth is right there and then. So overcome it right there. All right, Aaron, let's get back to where we were. So we went through the coach process. And then what are your fitness goals, bro, specifically? What are you trying to do?
Yeah, so I'm just trying to lose a little bit of weight, man, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. What's like your height and weight right now?
6 foot, 280.
Okay. And then what weight do you want to kind of get down to?
I would like to get down to like 230, 240.
Okay. And let's say we just say 230, right? For the sake of the end goal. I mean, when it comes to you, bro, 50 pounds, it's a pretty big drop. Like, what makes you want to not even just get 230, but like go down and weight in the first place? Like, what is kind of the reasoning behind that?
Yeah, that's good. Well, it's just I used to work out a little bit back in the day, and I kind of let myself go. I just got divorced, and I had a few kids, and just
Damn,
not
bro.
really feeling myself, and
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to dig in on here. So I mean, when you first said like you were starting off and like you kind of fell off, like why the fall off even matter? Like, do you care about the fact that you're 280 now? Like, how did that kind of like make you feel?
Say that again, bro.
Like when you said you fell off, that's the first thing you mentioned as well. When I first fell off, like why do you consider it a fall off in the first place? Like, do you think you're not in a good place right now? Like, you tell me kind of what the thought process is.
Yeah, I think I'm in a little bit of a rut. Let myself go and get a little too comfortable in this relationship.
Okay, so you're saying that the divorce and all that's happening in your life externally is kind of related to the aspect of you letting yourself go. Like maybe that was like the beginning of the fallout.
I was already letting myself go in the relationship, and then the relationship kind of fell through, and now I'm just sitting here like fat fuck, like don't get any bitches.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro. But like when God takes one thing away, He gives you something 10 times better back.
Thank
If
you.
you don't mind me asking, why did it kind of end in the first place?
Sure, I don't even have a reason for that. That it was her stepkids.
Yeah.
They didn't like me, and I tried parenting them, and then it caused issues with us, and I couldn't get really,
Some rebel kids, bro. I mean, I can't even hate on them. I used to be one of them myself, So I do get it. I mean, so let's get back to kind of like what we were talking about. Like when you say you fell off, right? Like fall off can mean a lot of things, meaning like I fell off mentally, I fell off my discipline, I fell off emotionally, I fell off in other aspects of my life. What does that fall off consist of to you? Just so I have a better understanding where you are, and that way I can kind of custom make things for you.
It's a little bit mentally, but a lot physically as well. I just don't really have any drive in me to go, find a new partner or work on myself right now. So
Would you say it's more because like maybe sometimes you wake up, you look in the mirror, you don't really look the best, you kind of like aren't too happy of the person looking back at you, and that's kind of a reflection in your characteristics and maybe these other aspects of your life?
yeah.
Okay, and then how long has that kind of been an issue?
This is more of a recent thing, bro. So we just got divorced 3 months ago, and yeah, so fairly recent.
It's been some time, bro. You've been sitting with that for the last 90 days?
Yeah, and I've been slowly, gradually putting more weight on afterwards. So I'm just kind of just kind of backed into a corner.
All right, time. What happened?
You pointed out to him that it's been a very long time that he's been dealing with such difficult issues, and you're making him repeat all his problems so that it hits harder for him mentally.
Yes, exactly. But the first, so the first thing, right? When you were saying the time, no matter what time people say, I always do this. You could have said 30 days. You could have said a year. I would have been like,
You quantified it.
Oh yeah, I would have been like, oh damn, like that's a while. You know why? Because now in his head, he's like, fuck, like damn, it has been a while. It makes him think like, oh, is this a while to him? Like, have I really been fucking up that long? So on and so forth. So again, quantify it and then kind of extend that out. Be like, oh damn, it's been some time. Like you've been sitting with all that pain for 90 days, and he's vocalizing. He's like, yes, I have. What happened before that? What do we do? Very important. Very, very, probably the most important thing.
Emphasize on his pain point, Roosh.
And how do we find his pain point?
By probing and asking more questions.
But yes, but we were talking about how he wanted to go from 280 to 230. So how did it go from 280 to 230 relate to the next part? There's a very specific thing I tell you guys to do.
You asked him why it's important to him.
It's kind of, yes. I'm looking for something in particular. I always tell you guys it starts with the word connect. You have to connect the gym to
The motion.
Lifestyle.
you have to connect the gym to something outside of life, lifestyle, you can call it. So no matter what, for all you guys or whatever you're selling, like I tell you guys this, right? If I'm selling a make money offer, it's easy because I can say, listen, you pay me 10 grand, I'll teach you how to make 10 grand every single month. That pays itself off. Fitness doesn't have an immediate ROI. So what you need to do to leverage it is you need to find something external, right? And that's the external thing we found. So I transitioned it so seamlessly that it flowed so natural, like it didn't have any cuts. And we went from, oh, you want to go from 280 to 230. Okay, got it. And now it's, oh, my wife divorced me and like the stepkids don't like me and I'm a bad role model, whatever, right? And now all these things are kind of vocalized out there. So again, find something and relate it externally. The same thing, I think the specific question I asked was, yeah, I mean, like 50 pounds, that's a good bit of time. You want to go down? Like, why even go down in the first place? And then he said, oh, he's falling off. And then he mentioned the pain and whatever, you know? And now we built that connection. And once he gave me a little bit hint on that connection, I became friendly. Oh, damn, sorry to hear that. God replaces whatever. Like, and then I was like, yeah, like, if you don't mind me asking why'd that happen, dug deeper into it, so on and so forth. So I've really now in Aaron's head or Ron's head, he established a connection between, okay, I'm fat, I'm lazy, I'm undisciplined, I'm all these things, and this is why my wife left me, you know? And if that's like maybe a little bit of what he thought before, he thinks it more now. Everyone understand? Roberto, go ahead.
Yeah.
I've noticed that when you ask them more questions about the hypothetical divorce, since it's such a touchy subject, it gets real emotional when they share that information with you, and it establishes more of a connection on a deeper end.
Yeah, of course. Again, they're sharing, right? They're sharing something personal. If they're sharing something personal, I have to be someone worth sharing something personal with. Kyle, question? Why is my
So basically I've tried the same thing before. Some people they can share their stuff, like comfortable sharing these things. But I also have a situation where people just like, hey, can we just jump to the program and stuff? Some people, they get very impatient. So when you have these cases where people get very impatient, how do you deal with that situation?
Yeah. Okay. Let's swap you with Aaron for a second, right? Let's
All
say I'm talking to you and I'm like, cool, Lauren, like going down those 50 pounds, like why do you want to do it in the first place?
Well, I mean, I just want to lose some weight, but can you just give me some examples of how the program works?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, bro, we are going to be working together for the next 6 months, right? So there's a couple things I do with my clients, and we'll kind of like go to the side for a second. Like one, I work very hand in hand because, as you know, and if you don't know this yet, you'll soon realize as we work together that the gym is direct correlation to the rest of your life. You know, you build the discipline, you build a skill set. It resonates everywhere else. I mean, let me ask you, like, do you think you getting into that steady schedule, losing that weight, waking up feeling confident every day will reflect in any other aspects of your life?
Well, yeah, I think definitely getting to a better lifestyle, matters. It's also waking up, seeing myself in the mirror, like confident. That's something that matters. Yeah. So
I mean, in regards to all that, right? Like, just so I have the best way to be able to do the best for you, like that's kind of my job at the end of the day, right? I will be the coach, so I have to make sure I do the best for you. I need to kind of understand what's going on right now, so I can best custom fit it to you for the future. So, like going back to what that was, like, why is the reason kind of why you want to lose these 50 pounds in the first place?
Gotcha. All right, so I think I got it. What you're trying to say here, Rush. Yeah.
Abubakar, you?
Yeah, I was gonna also say, bro, I found it super cool how like when you ended up asking that question and diving a bit deeper on that, you kind of mentioned from the jump how like, oh, like you know, we're gonna fix that for you, like how we're gonna structure that for you, because I feel like as soon as you do that, like they already like in their head, they just already think like, okay, damn, I'm gonna work with this guy with this, and he's gonna already help me in my situation. So
yeah, always assume it, bro. Like throughout the whole call, I'll give hints. Like even what I just did to Kyle, I was like, yeah, and obviously when we work together, you know, I just say we're gonna work together because like, you're not gonna push back and be like, no, because I didn't pitch price or nothing yet. Yeah, you.
This is probably a dumb question, but my question is, if we try to convert any followers into clients, whether it's from top funnel, bottom funnel, middle funnel content, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, that's it.
Okay, cool. Aaron, where did we leave off? I think you told me. Let me think. Does anyone remember the exact last line? No wonder 35 of us in here. Not one person remembers the last line.
No shot.
You guys aren't paying attention. I'm gonna start kicking people. Let me think. I'm like blanking. I think we left off at. Do you think? Okay, we left off at like. Do you think this is like kind of affecting the rest of your life? Whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, got it. Cool, bro. And then let's talk about like kind of the availability you have in the structure. Like you said, you work, whatever. Like, what's kind of the issue? Is it time? Is it like consistency? Is it discipline? Is it having the motivation to wake up and work out? Is it not knowing what to do? Because there's a lot of different aspects. And like I have clients that come to me who sometimes just need a plan, rest, need me to sit there and on those one-on-one calls, kind of give them the guidance so they can get up and make sure they hit the gym that day. Like, what are you kind of looking for? What do you need?
Yeah. So I guess for maybe the first bit of time, it would be nice to have or my coach reach out to me. I'm looking for my coach to reach out to me and hold me accountable at least for a couple of weeks.
Notice how you flipped up and said you, because I already made that the precedent.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. So me reaching out to you, what else?
I'm making it easy on you, bro. I got deep pain here, so it's an easy sale, but it's good for the first call. Yeah, so really I'm just looking for a coach to hold me accountable and kind of get some momentum going for these first couple weeks.
Yeah, fair. And then let's kind of break down the aspects. Like, would you say you have a consistency issue?
When it comes to the gym, yeah, just because, I've been in and out of the gym previously, but I kind of forgot. And, I tried going again and I just gave up because I felt like I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, so that consistency, like, correct me if I'm wrong, comes from the lack of kind of knowledge and structure around the whole process, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that given, like, let's say you we're handed a magic book right now and it had kind of all the secrets for you on the gym, you would be consistent tomorrow onwards, or do you think there would be some other force of kind of friction?
Yeah, if I had the information in front of me, I would probably, give it a read and try it out.
Okay, got it. Sounds good, bro. And is there anything else that might like hold back, like kind of like take away from your time, kind of stop you from doing this? I mean, there's no life anymore. A bad time for a joke, but at least that can't hold you back anymore.
Yeah, so with all the divorce and everything, the lawyer fees are pretty heavy right now.
Got it. So more of a financial thing than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, bro, if it sounds like the best fit for you, kind of like, if you don't mind me asking, like, what is kind of comfortable with you, like, without taking food off the table? Like, is it something you genuinely want to invest to and have the capabilities, or is it something like you're going to find out right now to maybe take a pause when you do have the money financially?
Well, I guess it kind of just depends on how much the program is. Do you mind sharing with me how much it is?
I mean, we'll get into that, bro, but like, you don't even know what I'm giving you yet. That's like, if I tell you the price and you don't know what's in it, you're going to be like, what the hell is the price for? So we'll get into that. What is kind of that range that you're looking for exactly?
For what?
In terms of getting into the program, investing into a coach, looking for something else, like, what is that range you're kind of working with?
I probably have like how much I have in total.
Well, let's say like on a comfortable monthly basis, bro. Like, what do you have comfortably on a monthly basis you're willing to invest, obviously, in exchange for the return of kind of building that consistency, discipline? And like, if we take a side note for a second, like, let me ask you, do you think building kind of discipline, consistency, all these good habits back up again and kind of getting back into that zone that you said you were out of would reflect on the like external life and kind of help you make more money, maybe get back in the flow?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, if you think it's going to have a benefit, bro, like, what is kind of comfortable with you just to start right now, and then we can worry about the rest later.
Good question, bro. How come we're talking about price if you haven't even pitched the deliverables yet?
Okay, so this is what you want to do. If at that point you gave me an objection, you're like, okay, listen, I don't have the money, right? Like, I don't have the money, like, finances are tight. I don't want to waste the next 20 minutes of my call sitting there and mentioning a bunch of stuff to you because
Right.
you have $0, And at the end of the day, this was the MSET, so I already know you have some sort of money. I just want you to say it out loud so you can
Okay.
go back.
I got
Right?
you. Yeah, I got you.
Because the thing is, imagine like for all you guys, you didn't DM set the guy or you didn't qualify them properly. If someone says that to you, chances are they really don't have money. Like, they're not going to lie to you and be like, no, everyone, I will tell you this, they're going to lie to you about having more money than they actually have. No one will ever lie and say they're broke because no one wants to get their ego hurt. Like, oh yeah, I'm already fat and now I'm broke too. No one's going to say that unless they really, truly mean it. So when it comes down to it, like, I want to make sure I don't waste the next 20 minutes of this call, and I'm going to get you to admit what that number is for you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, bro. So realistically, I think like $200 to $300 a month is good for me. That's probably affordable.
We can adjust some stuff around. I mean, like normally, bro, I don't really like to let finances get in the way of working with my clients, all because it is for kind of a bigger purpose. You know, we do need to lose that, get back into the flow, and then the rest will come by itself. So let's just put that to the side. I mean, before we even get into that, let me go ahead and tell you what's in the program within itself. Okay, cool. Time out. Anyone want to break that down? What happened? I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are, and then what we'll do is get into deliverables.
Yeah, bro. If I can, what's it called? So initially, you kind of like, well, mainly on the pricing, I'm not gonna lie, like you kind of got a good idea of how much you can pitch the program at, and you can base that obviously on how much you make the program to. Because I feel like a lot of us just get to the point where we pitch the program like, oh, it's too expensive, or oh, like you feel like you kind of upsold the program a bit more. But if you already initially asked that, they're just selling themselves on top of the pain points. So they're already kind of mostly broken down. And then from there, you ask, how much is it for the investment? And do you see discipline, structure, accountability, all these factors as something that's actually valuable and important to their life? They obviously kind of baited them into saying, yeah, it is. They give you like ballpark type price. And then from there, you can make the adjustment. And you can also use that as like ammunition for like objection handling near the end.
Yep, exactly. Perfect analysis. Cool. All right, let's go on. I'm going to kind of go fast over deliverables just so you guys know, because I don't have a fitness coaching program that I can just say 100 things on, but I'll do my best. Okay, cool, bro. So, I mean, I act like I'm sharing my screen. Like if you guys share your screen, show whatever, I'm just going to talk. All right, cool, bro. So, I mean, getting into it, there's a couple things we do inside the program. It's kind of divided by branches. The first one being obviously the physical side. Then obviously there's a diet side. And then obviously there's the accountability / communication side we go through. So starting off physically, bro, I mean, the first thing we do is an onboarding call, right? Like we have this call, I'm understanding a lot, but I really want to know like the full ins and outs, even all the way down to how much you weigh at that exact moment you're on the call and how many calories you're eating and what the normal day looks like, foods you like, so on and so forth. So we get on the onboarding call, kind of break everything down. We take as long as it needs, even if it takes a couple hours. At least I hope you're willing to give me a couple hours to make the best plan for you. But as long as it takes, we will use up and make sure we have that for you. Now, right after that, we get into kind of the plan. So after that onboarding call, you give me 24, 48 hours. I'm going to hustle on and make sure I have it done for you. But you'll get a bunch of stuff. You'll get exercises, sets, weights, reps, rest times, like videos on how to do the exercises. Any questions that you have on any normal concepts will kind of all be covered in there as well, which will all break down in the onboarding call. And you'll have that whole physical side. On top of that, will be daily check-ins. So every single day, I will reach out multiple times throughout the day. Just make sure that you're on track, doing what you're supposed to be doing. You know, the mindset is healthy. We're getting back in that flow. I know, obviously, it can feel hard, right? Going from like this phase where you're not really in it. It's been so long. It's been over 6 months now. And now all of a sudden, we're kind of diving back into the deep end. So I'm going to make sure I'm there for you every step of the way. Just make sure that we're doing the right thing. We're really getting something out, even if it is just 100% of our effort, but maybe not the greatest thing. If you go to the gym for 30 minutes, as long as we're trying our best, and I'll be there obviously for you throughout that whole process, we'll move on. The last thing we'll do is kind of like these weekly progress reports. So every Saturday, Sunday, we'll sit down together. We'll look back at the last week. We'll look at what you did good, what you struggled on. We'll take progress pictures, look at the physique, see how you're feeling. And depending on how everything looks, whatever adjustments we need to make, we can kind of tailor that for the next week. So every single week, you'll have almost a different strategy. And the reason this is good, and a lot of my clients love this, you tell me this all the time, is because many people out there will just go on ChatGPT and make a workout plan, right? And now they're sitting there with this workout plan and they're doing it for a week on end. What do you think happens that second week?
They may or may not follow it through.
They may or may not follow it through, but more importantly, what happens is they do a workout plan for a week. ChatGPT made it. Their body's used to it. Next week, they don't know what to do. And they do the same thing over and over again. When you take the same actions, where do you think you're going to end up?
Probably in the same place.
In the same exact spot, right? So obviously with them, they get stuck on that same plan. They get stuck in the same spot. And then they end up on the call with me 3 months later. And they're like, yo, like I've been stuck in the same spot for 3 months. I'm like, okay, well, have you changed your plan? And they're like, no, I've been doing the same thing for the last 2 years. And I'm like, I wonder why, right? So we make sure we change the plan every single week. That way you have something to tackle. And as you're growing, as you're getting less in weight, as you're getting more in strength, we make sure we adjust it to always push yourself to the next level. Does that sound good with you? That's kind of the whole physical side of things.
Yeah, I was curious, bro. Is there any way that like we can do calls where you can kind of push me, you know, maybe call me like every day for the first week or something?
Oh, bro, best believe, bro, those daily check-ins, if you don't get back to my text, your phone is getting rung 8 times in a row. I'll send someone to knock on your door if I have to. I know we're across the globe, but I'll make it happen.
Cool,
bro. Moving on to the diet side. So, I mean, diet-wise right now, like, do you track your calories or like, how are you eating? Like, how would you say it is?
No, I don't really track my calories too much. I just try to be cautious or conscious of what I eat, and yeah.
So you do your best to be healthy, whatever you can.
Yeah, like I try to get You know, I try to get like 3-4 meals in a day, and you know, sometimes at the work I got a cafeteria, and like I try to do my best. But
Yeah. Would you say you cook most of your meals? You grab them outside? How's that kind of work?
I grab most of my meals to go.
Okay, fair. Okay, so what we would do is this. Like, ideally, I would want you to get into cooking. Is that something you'd be open to, even if it's like meal prepping, maybe one weekend?
It wasn't too hot last time I cooked.
Well, why is that? Is it because you didn't have the knowledge?
I got everybody sick in the family.
You got everybody sick in the family. What'd you make?
We were making, you know, just like this random dish from my wife's grandmother that I tried to remake, and it didn't go too well.
The issue was it wasn't your cooking, bro. It's because it was from your wife. It's cursed.
Oh, you're right, bro. You're right.
But it's all good. So what we'll do is this. Like, I'll give you recipes kind of for everything, so you won't kind of have a lack of clarity. Hopefully we don't burn no pans or rice anymore. No one else is throwing up. But on top of that, you'll kind of have a step-by-step video on how to cook everything for the meals that are cooked. Now, outside of that, we will also, I'll teach you, I'll get you set up on how to track your calories, whatever. You want to do this at least for a week or two on it. I know it's going to suck. I know it's a lot of work. But once we get those weeks, I want you to build the skill set yourself. So even if you were to stop working, let's say 5 months from now, 6 months from now, whatever it is, you now have the knowledge and the skill set to go carry on for the rest of your life, and you don't need to worry. So I'm going to kind of teach you it hand by hand for the first 2 weeks, just show you how to track your calories, so on and so forth. That way, when you go about your day, you're grabbing food outside, at least you can make sure that that food you're grabbing stays within the ranges that you want to eat. So every day I'll give you a general grams of protein, fats, carbs, calories you want to eat. Obviously, we don't have to stick literally on the dot. If you eat a couple more grams of each thing, it's completely fine. But at the same time, I want to make sure that you understand this. Sound good?
Yeah.
Cool. And then on top of that, I'll give you a full meal plan. What I'll do on the onboarding call is ask you the stuff you like to eat in terms of the meals. From there, I'll make you kind of a custom meal plan around the foods you already like. So the foods you already like, I'll kind of spin into healthier, more protein versions and kind of get you down to that 230 mark as fast as possible, right? So with that, you obviously have every meal, you have the ingredient list, you have the recipe on how to cook it. You run to the grocery store. If you need and you're confused, bro, FaceTime me and I'll show you on FaceTime what to grab. Super simple. Sound good?
Yeah.
Cool. That's kind of the whole diet side. So no questions, I'll move on to the communication accountability side.
Sure.
All right, perfect. Let's get into it. So, I mean, in terms of communication accountability, there's a couple things we do. Like the first thing is there's texting on the daily, right? Like I said, I will be there to make sure that you get shit done. If shit doesn't get done, shit's going to get done. Either way, we're going to do something no matter what. So what we're going to do is we're obviously going to be communicating every day. Go ahead.
Hey, bro, where can we stay in touch at? Is it like an app or is it like a phone number?
Yeah, so I actually kind of have my own software where I build everything out just because it's super easy for you laid out. You know, you have the diet plan, you have the communication side over there, you have the actual physical workout plan, whatever. So you don't really need to jump around places. Like I know it's annoying. Let's say you had to call my phone number or text me and then you had to hop on the app and look at this notes page. So I built something kind of custom integrated all within one thing. Pop it open, it has everything about your health on there.
Okay, cool. But I can still get access to your phone number?
Yeah, of course. Not a big issue. Now, in that case,
Okay.
if you don't want to give your phone number, you can give them access to be like, oh, my phone number is connected to the actual app, bro. So when you're texting on me on the app, it's actually going to my phone number. It just makes it cleaner on your end. See? Done. Okay, cool. Where was I? I was talking about communication. Okay, cool. Go ahead, Kyle.
Yeah, can I ask a question? So basically, I've had people ask this question before. So basically, they ask, do you use any sort of like app or something? Like they ask, what do you do? What do you use to put this program? I said, Google Drive, whatever. And they say, okay, do you have any sort of apps or something?
Dude, I don't have a program. I'm bullshitting.
Yeah, I'm just saying that if they ask something like, hey, I don't like Google Drive, I don't like things like that. Do you use any Trainerize or something? I said, no, I don't have it yet. But
what you've had someone tell you they don't like Google Drive?
they say they don't like Google Drive. They say they'd rather have some sort of app to track everything at the gym, so it's easier for them to track everything and log calories.
Okay,
and
well, there's two things. One, if you had multiple people tell you that, it's time to switch to an app because the demand is there and you sell more. Second thing is, if you want to overcome that objection in the meantime, you could just say, yeah, bro, the problem with the app is obviously like there's no really relatability there because you might be talking to someone else. Like a lot of these guys on the app have like another coach hired as like an assistant. You'll never really know. And it's not really direct one-on-one. Also, there's a bunch of software bugs. People don't see their notifications because they have it off and they prioritize their text. So I make sure you have kind of everything there externally for you so you can see the plan at any point. But at the same time, we're fully one-to-one all over text. Okay, when I just make it look good.
Okay, gotcha. Sounds good. Yeah.
You should do one with Kyle, bro, because it seems like he has a good amount of sales calls in where he could actually give you like realistic feedback too. If you do another one of these,
we'll go to it right after. Well, if we have time.
Yeah, run it. The more the better.
We could do it maybe next week, Kyle, if you're down. Yeah, cool. where was I? Communication side. Okay.
Yeah.
I went through the whole daily communication. Okay, cool. On top of that, like I said, we do this progress reports every weekend. Those will be obviously on call just so we can break down everything together. So we have a call at least once a week where I sit down for you again, as long as we need. They're normally about 30 minutes to an hour, kind of break everything down for you custom, make sure that you have the plan for the next week. So we're going to be doing those at any other point, bro. Like you have my number. So if you need to call me, you have a question, you have something going on, you want to just talk about anything at all, feel free to ring my line. I mean, that's why I'm here at the end of the day, right? Like I'm your coach for the gym specifically, but at the same time, we're working on more goals than just a coach or just a gym. The dog from you. Right? we're working on more goals than just the gym, you know. So I'm kind of here for you no matter what you need.
And what day do we do the calls on, bro?
We would do them on the weekends, but I mean, ideally, I can adjust, bro. What's kind of best for you?
Yeah, I would say like Saturday morning is best. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course, bro. I only said that because you said you're 9 to 5. That's why I mentioned weekends. Okay, cool. Where was I? I said call side, communication side. Cool. And then the last thing is, bro, is I'm here to give you a good bit of accountability, right? Because yes, we're going to work together. Yes, I'm going to be there for you. But at the same time, I'm not going to be the person that's going to let you slack or let you get away with excuses, because that's not how we make growth. We need to force growth, right? Pressure is what the one thing is that creates diamonds at the end of the day. So what I'm going to be doing, if you were to miss something, is I'll be the first person to call your line, yell at you, tell you to get in the gym, tell you to not give up on yourself, and make sure that you are showing up for yourself every single day. How does all that sound?
Yeah, it sounds pretty good so far.
Timeout. Yeah, you go ahead.
My question isn't really with the dialect you guys have going on, but obviously I know one of your rules is to never let them leave the call unless you make the sale. So let's say that you had a potential client, they left the call, and so I'm in a situation right now where like he's not really on the younger side. He's like 20. I'll say he's young. So he was like, "Oh, I gotta go talk to my dad to see, because he handles my savings." And then I got a text from him. Yeah.
The easiest way to resolve this is pre-qualify this. So when someone says like, "Oh, they have to talk to their dad or their wife or whatever," they should all be addressed in the setting conversation. Like, "Cool, bro," and like again, you can literally say this in the convo. "Cool, bro," and if all sounds good on call, like you're ready to move forward with the coach. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's,
You know?
yeah, so you don't waste your time the rest of the call.
Yeah, I mean, bro, if you're booking in a 20-year-old, you want to confirm that right off the bat, because what are the chances that the 20-year-old is going to have a few thousand, you know?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Where's my Isaac? Turn it off. Okay. Where was I? I need to keep track of this.
You said I think you're ready to pitch price now.
Yeah. Okay. For all you guys, real quick, before I get to that, break down what I did when I was listening to deliverables, because there's a lot of little things I do very subtly that you guys probably just overlooked because they happen quick. But
I would say you went back and forth between pitching what you offer and what common people are already doing. So for an example, you mentioned what your program offers, and you mentioned what common people do. Like, yeah, people go to ChatGPT,
good catch.
you know, to work out the workouts. You know, you kept going back.
What is the effect that has?
It's available. It's like relatable.
You're making the person think about the actions they already been doing. Because you've probably already been on chat.
I make you feel like what you're doing is wrong. You know?
Yeah.
So, and then I got him to admit, like, another key thing that you guys missed was the fact that, oh, well, if nothing changes, like your actions don't change, the outcomes don't change. So watch when Aaron throws me an objection now at the end of the call, that same thing's going to come back up, and he can't reverse it, you know?
It's like you're reiterating the pain points.
You'll see how I play it. Roberto, you?
Yeah, I was just gonna say you did quite a few things in the middle of giving your deliverables. You framed your deliverables directly off of what he was telling you.
Yep.
And I noticed when for your second deliverable, you started asking him questions and walking him through the thought process of doing it by himself is not only costing him time, but he's also not doing it right.
Yeah.
And from that point on, you tried making everything sound extremely simple, done for you, easily repeatable. All you got to do is just do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, very smooth, easy process.
Perfect. Even little things like me saying like, oh, like when we leave like 5-6 months later, like all these resonate, you know, now he thinks, oh, we're going to be working for 5-6 months, you know?
100%.
Cool. Dylan?
I would also say, like, in the midst of you pitching it to him, you framed it to like he's already signed, like he's already going to go through with it. Like, yeah, for the next 6 months, we're going to be doing this. And then each of the deliverables, you make it sound like he's already agreeing to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like an onboarding kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, always assume the close, guys. Always want to assume that the guy getting on with you is ready to work. Cool. Let's get back to it then. All right, cool, Ron. So, I mean, based on everything I just told you, I know I just probably talked your ear off for the last 10 minutes. I mean, like, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's cool, bro.
Cool.
So how much is it?
I need a little more energy from you.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to have energy when you just look down and you got a big gut in your face.
But that's why we're here, aren't we? Tell me this,
Yeah.
bro. On a scale from maybe like 1 to 10, like 10 being like, let's fucking go run this shit right now. I'm so ready to get rid of this fat. 1 being, I hate this guy. Get him off the call with me right now. Where do you kind of stand?
Definitely like an 8, bro. 8 or a 9.
Why isn't it a 0?
Well, because I have enough awareness to at least fix the situation.
I see
Yeah,
what you did there.
I mean, in regards to me and the program and everything, right? Why don't you hate me? Like, bro, to be honest, a lot of people in my life hate me. So I'm just curious for me now, you know?
Why do they hate you, bro?
I have a love-hate relationship with people, bro. Some like the way I am, some don't. But lucky for you, you said I was relatable, so I hope you tend to be on the like side.
I don't know if I would say that, bro. Is that really what you would say?
Yeah, that is what I would say right there.
Okay. Yeah. I just have enough awareness to, know that I need to do something about it, and like what I've been doing hasn't really been working.
What I asked you was like 1 to 10, like 1 being at this golf screen, 10 being I'm ready to move forward with the program. So when I say why isn't it a 0, like everyone's gonna say this, they're gonna tell you the stuff that you mentioned earlier in the deliverables because it's fresh in their mind. So when you be like, why isn't it a 0? They'll be like something along the lines of like, oh, I like this plan and this will definitely help me and whatever. And that's normally the reaction you get.
Okay.
Just so
Gotcha.
you know.
All right.
Cool. And then why isn't it like a 10? Like what's kind of that missing 1, 2?
I don't know. I don't know if I like really want to start like today.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was kind of wanting to like maybe start next week after I get my paycheck.
Cool, bro. Fair. I mean, what would the difference be between now and next week?
I would have more money. Bills are tight right now.
Fair. Just kind of like thinking about it, like making sure it's a good choice for you.
I think it's a good choice. I just think starting next week would be ideal for my current situation.
Yeah, I mean, normally, bro, like when you go about like life, obviously, like I'm assuming you're the type of person to maybe like just wait till you have the capital, it feels comfortable, just wait till it feels like it's something you can do rather than just diving into and taking a risk, right? Like that's normally the way you make it.
Yeah.
I mean, going back to what we said earlier, though, bro. I mean, the reason we're on this call in the first place is because we've maybe been making those decisions. Like, you mind if I just share a quick perspective?
Sure.
Like we mentioned earlier, obviously, how you've been kind of in this slump. You need to get out the slump. And I also asked you, bro, if we take the same actions every single day, like, again, what did you say would be the result of taking the same actions?
Same outcome.
Yeah. So like just me asking you, like, do you think that the version of you that's 230 and in shape and is getting this confidence back and is going ahead and talking to all the girls and now their wife just seems like this far distant thing that shouldn't even matter anymore? Like, is that version of you someone who came from taking risks and kind of putting yourself in positions of pressure to get a good outcome? Or is it that person that kind of hesitated, did what he always did, stayed stuck in that slump?
Yeah, I'd probably bring me out of it if I'm able to achieve my goals.
So would you say it's fair to say maybe we have to take different things or different inputs to go ahead and get different outputs?
Yeah.
Okay, fair, bro. I mean, let's get into the actual program then, bro. So, I mean, just getting started, like normally what I do is I charge a $1,200 for the first 4 months. I like to do a 4-month minimum commitment just because of the fact that everyone I work with, I want them to be serious about it. Like even you're telling me you want to get out this. We're not losing 50 pounds in a month, right? I'm here to tell you honestly, as your coach, it's not going to happen unless you want to starve yourself and end up in the hospital, which we don't want to do. Neither of us want to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll it over the course of 4 months. Through those 4 months, we'll begin a cut. I'll do my best, and I think if you stick to this plan, we can genuinely get you down those 50 pounds in those 4 months. So end goal is those 4 months. Ideally, if you love the program, which you're going to love it, there hasn't been a person that hasn't loved it yet, we can extend after that on a monthly basis. But it's $1,200 for those 4 months. How does that sound?
Yeah. Let me think about it. Okay.
Normally what you would do is just say something like, yeah, bro, but I only have like $300, $400, like whatever you said earlier.
Yeah.
That's like, just act like you said that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, how much would it be to start today?
Yeah, bro. So, I mean, there's a couple ways we can do it. Like the first one being a lot of people like to just pay it up front, get it out the way. They have nothing to kind of deal with in the future. And then we just roll for the 4 months. They also tend to commit a little more. The other option is we can split it by the month. Like there's a few companies I personally exclusively partner with. So with those companies, we can actually split things up on a monthly basis and maybe even get you in on $0 today.
Oh, wow. $0.
I mean, if you don't mind me asking, bro, like, what is your credit score? I know it's a weird question, but the companies do check. It's a soft pull. Don't worry, it doesn't touch anything. But at the same time, it will give you the ability to kind of take away that financial burden from you.
It's probably in the 600s.
I mean, that'll work, to be honest. You can get on a firm. That was just me sidetracking, but oh yeah, like at that point, you just go into the close. You know, be like, cool, bro, let's do this. I mean, before we even get into all that stuff, let me just send you over a link. Let's see if it works. If it does, cool. If not,
Yeah.
what we'll do is we'll go ahead. I'll get you on either way. Make something work for you today.
Rush, was there anything in the beginning of the call that you said that would have prevented that objection right there? Where you said, I don't know if you said this in the beginning or not. Like, did you say,
Okay.
is there anything that's preventing you from moving forward today? So
Yeah,
someone doesn't give you that next week
Ideally,
bullshit.
I didn't say that word for word, but ideally this objection would have never came because with you having that much pain, you would never be someone that would wait for the next check. Your only objection in this case scenario, off of everything else nullified, would be I don't have enough money to start when I mentioned the PIF.
Yeah, okay.
So again, then I use again the same objection you gave me. You said I have to think about it. I use your words from earlier, where same things, same inputs, same outputs, and then we rewired that same perspective. So now you think, okay, I have to make a differentiator, I have to take a risk. We got you over that one. We already nullified the fact that there's no other coaches that you're looking for. This sounded like a good plan. We got you to that 10 mark, so you know now, okay, this is a coaching program that would genuinely help me 10 out of 10. There's nothing else that can be better about it. And after that, the think about it just doesn't exist because you're the one that's sitting there and told me at the beginning of the call, I'm so tired. I've been paying for the last 3 months. I've been doing whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And if I really wanted to, I could dig. I didn't do it, but if I really wanted to, I could dig on it and be like, yeah, bro, I mean, you've already been sitting in this pain for 90 days. Like when I said, like, you mind if I share a perspective? Like, oh, you've already been sitting in this pain for like 90 days, bro. Like, I mean, how much longer do you really want to tolerate it? And then you'll be like, oh, you know, I just want to get out of it. I just want to make sure it's like a financial thing. Like I want to do whatever. And then I'll be like, okay, cool, bro. Let's just role play. Cool, bro. I mean, like money aside, like, would you do the program? Would you work with me?
Yeah.
I mean, why would you work with me?
You know, the deliverables, like what I would be getting in the program seemed like a pretty good deal. And I think that you'd be the coach for me.
Fair. And I mean, I love to talk with honesty, so I appreciate that. I love the honesty. I'm always super transparent with all my clients. When it comes to the finances, is it more the fact that you literally don't have the money on hand, or is it the fact that the money just feels like a little out of comfort right now? Like you think it's going to be a risk that you're going to have to take?
It's probably more so the first one.
Oh, you literally don't have the money on hand.
Yeah. I'm kind of just waiting for that paycheck.
All right. See, now you know that the issue is you don't have $1,200 on hand. You put them on a monthly done. So what I would say is like, yeah, I mean, of course, bro, I totally understand. I mean, outside of that, like, do you think that there would be a way, even if we can make something work with what you have now, you'd be ready to get onboarded? Because why waste a week? You know, maybe we could touch back in a week, maybe reevaluate things. I could throw you on a different plan. We can obviously, you could pay me more if you want to pay more. I'm not going to say no to money, but at the same time, we can kind of get you onboarded. That way we don't waste that week and we start making that change and you kind of get out the slump, you know, because like we mentioned earlier, it will help those other aspects of your life, even when it comes to the finances side, you know, and then boom, straight to close.
Easy.
Cool.
Wait, can you wrap that up with the Klarna, like how you would actually get a client to go do that shit on
Cool, bro. I'm gonna send you over a link right now. Just it's in the chat. Let me know when you click it.
Okay, and what do I have to do on the link?
Just let me know when you click it. Just click it first.
Okay, I'm on the website.
Cool. So you'll see a bunch of stuff on there. Just ignore that number at the top. We're going to split it up for you, so don't even worry about it. There's a couple payment options. You see stuff like card, credit, debit, bank, ACH, all that down there, right? Do you see an option with like a pink K that says Klarna?
Yeah.
Perfect. So it's one of my exclusive partners for my company. So what we'll do is enter in your email at the top, click Klarna, and then hit that continue button at the bottom. And let me know when you're there.
Okay, cool. I'm there, bro.
Cool. It should ask for just your number. So go ahead, put in your number and send you a code. Make sure you're not a robot because AI is crazy nowadays.
Okay.
All in? Cool. Now it should show you some payment options. Let me know what it's giving you on there. Is it showing you, it should show you maybe a 3-month, a 6-month, and a 12-month split, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So the 12-month split, you tell me, should be, let me do the math, should be around like $100 a month, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And does it say due today 0 for you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So now how I pitch is this. Okay, cool, bro. Sounds good. So I mean, I know obviously it does a 12-month payment, whatever. However, the way Klarna works is very interesting. It's like, have you ever financed a car, bro?
Yeah.
So you know how you get the car, obviously you can put a down payment on it, and then after that it's yours, right? But at the same time, you have this lowest monthly thing you have to pay, and you can pay it off with the lowest amount any month, but you also have the option to kind of pay it off whenever. Klarna works the same way. So ideally in your case scenario, bro, if you want to pay it off next month, right, you can go ahead, pay the whole thing off. And like we mentioned earlier, bro, the money will come once we get back into these habits, once we get back to the consistency, once we get back to these other aspects and you feeling motivated. I have no doubt in that. I'm sure you have no doubt in that. So moving on from that, we'll make the money back in a couple months. Not a big deal. And you can pay it off before the 12-month mark. But what this will allow you to do is at least get on today without having a mental stress for the first 30 days. And you know what? It's just $100 after, which you already have. So throw those in your savings right now. And we have at least 60 days to make a difference. And I promise you, if we don't make a difference in 60 days, I'll give you your money back.
Okay.
See, done. And then
Do you always throw the what do you call that? The
guarantee? No,
the guarantee.
only because you were hesitant. I didn't mention it the first close.
Okay. Now, do you offer a money back guarantee or work with you until your results are achieved guarantee?
I offer I'll work with you for X amount of time, and if you follow what I say and do not get results, I will either give you money back or work with you for free until you do. But realistically, that guarantee never is going to actually come to life, because on one end it's gym, right? If they go do their cardio every day, they're going to lose weight and they're going to get an outcome, and that doesn't apply. On the other end, they didn't go do their cardio every day. The guarantee doesn't apply because you didn't follow the plan.
And you would pitch guarantee after pricing?
No, just depends on case scenario. Again, if you were hesitant, like super hesitant earlier, I would have mentioned it earlier.
Okay.
Deliverables.
So let's say someone's a little bit hesitant. At what point in the process would you pitch guarantee? Like before deliverables, after pricing?
So exactly what I would say is, and that kind of wraps the communication side. And in fact, I've been doing this for so long, and I'm so confident in this plan that if you work with me over this like X amount of months, whatever we roll over, and you do not get the results you want, or we don't get some sort of result that's really close by, I'll work with you for free until you do, or just give you a full refund if you're like, screw this guy, I want to get away from this. You know?
Yeah, cool, bro. And then you would go into pricing from there?
Yeah. Then go on.
Cool.
Arush, what if they keep telling you that they're straight up broke and they have bills coming up?
Well, I mean, bro, if they don't have money,
Don't
then
work with them.
they
Okay,
can't.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's no, like, ideally, bro, this is like something you want to qualify earlier again for all you guys. A lot of you guys make this mistake. I don't even book a call with the guy that doesn't have money, because, like, what, even if he's closed and he's like, yes, I want to do this, you have nothing in the bank account. You can't do this. You know, it's physically impossible. So it won't work.
That Klarna shit is hella cheap, bro. I don't know who the fuck is turning down $100-$200 a month.
Yeah, no one, bro. That's why it works. Kyle?
What if I say, when you're trying to close me, I'm like, hey, I'm okay with the price, I'm okay with the service, everything looks good, but I have another call with another coach in a few hours.
That's good, bro. That's pretty realistic.
Then it's already been handled earlier. It wouldn't even come up. Because Ron at this point already said, you're the coach I want to work with. I'm 10 out of 10 confident in this program. And when I'm looking for someone relatable, and I saw your content and I liked it and it related to me.
Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah, so I'll work with you, man. But I just want to make sure, like, after I talk to that coach, I'll pay you. We'll start a process. I just want to make sure, the other coaches.
Yeah,
I just want to talk to that coach real quick.
No, I mean, I totally understand. Like, what are you looking for in that other coach that you didn't kind of see what I said and what I said?
That's exactly what I do. Talk to him, just like, shopping for like the apartment, the house, something, I want to make sure I have explore all the other options before I make the final decision.
Yeah, I mean, normally in life, you tend to be the person to like evaluate a bunch of different options, make sure you're making the best one.
Yeah, that's true.
Now I would use the same rewire of same inputs, same outputs, different inputs, different outputs.
Oh wait, what do you mean by that?
Like the same thing I did to Aaron earlier, where I was like, okay, well, I mean, like, I got you to admit this is what you normally do. So this is your normal pattern. Aaron earlier, in this case scenario, said, oh, when I do the same things, I get the same outcome.
Oh, and then he's basically like, well, what you've been doing isn't working for you. So do you think it's time to change?
Exactly. And I would just
that's when you mentioned that, when he was saying that, hey, I'm waiting for my paycheck, right?
Yeah, but I could do that for any objection. That's kind of just a trick I have on my sleeve, because dude, if you guys get someone to admit on call that same changes mean same outputs, like same changes mean same like actual
You
results,
can use that against them.
use it for anything, and it'll work for any objection on earth.
And where can you kind of introduce that question through the call? Like you would agree that what you're doing now isn't working?
What I did, since I didn't have a direct thing for you, like if you gave me a direct reason, I would relate it to your life. Since I didn't have a direct thing for you, what I did was relate it to one of my clients. So I was like, oh, like, one of my clients, like, they actually used ChatGPT and they came to me after, and like, and then I introduced it there. So again, I still got you to admit it, just through the lens of a different client.
Okay, I think you actually did get me to admit though that what I was doing for myself wasn't working.
Well, yeah. But I didn't get you to say same inputs equal same outputs. That
Gotcha.
so
Okay.
again, it all builds up, from the very
So-
first thing I said to you on the call all the way to the end. Everything just it's like adding layers on top of it. So you have this belief, you reinforce that belief with this belief, you reinforce those two with this, and now at the end you have so much guard on this is just so much reasons to buy that you won't even have objections like that.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so at the end of the day, worst comes to worst, you could always just be like, hey, clearly, like what you've been doing hasn't been working for you. So do you think it's time for change?
Ask. I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, like throughout the last, like you told me it's been 6 months you've been trying on this. Like, have you tried something different? Have you been doing the same things? And then you would respond.
Okay.
You would be like, I'm doing the same things. Yeah, bro. I mean, like in general in life, like when you do the same things, like do you think you get same inputs or same outputs or like different outputs and then you get the same people? Cool.
Yeah, that was fire. Good job.
Thanks, man. Round of applause for me. Let's do this. Someone break down the entire closing process based on your guys' lens, how you think I did, what you think I did well, so on and so forth, and then we'll wrap.
I think you had the whole the entire closing process was very smooth and simple. When you started off with the deliverables, you made sure to diagnose his problems, and then you framed those deliverables based off of that.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, that scale, that 0 to 10 scale question you asked him was real slick. You got him to start with the 0 because you wanted him to subconsciously reinforce the positive benefits of your program. Then you asked about the 10 to further see what you could do to improve the program for him specifically.
Yep.
I thought that was real slick. And then afterwards, when you went into the payments, you covered all bases. Either he had the money for it now, and if he didn't, extremely cheap option for him to pay and still get the best of it. Yeah, I thought it was real smooth.
A lot of coaches, bro, they do the on a 1 to 10. Where would you say your commitment level is?
Yeah.
And if they go, okay, it's a 7. Oh, well, then why isn't like how can we get you to a 10? I thought that threw me off because I was preparing for like what can we do to get you to a 10, but you're like, why are you not at a 0?
You know what? Also, after you gave him the price option, you asked him a hard question, essentially saying, are you going to continue to do the same things you were doing before and stay exactly where you are, miserable, still the same way, struggling to do what you want? Or are you going to finally get on your feet?
I tied the price with emotion.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool. Good analysis, bro. You paid attention. You got everything on the dot. Abu Bakr, you?
Yeah, I mean, Roberto kind of wrapped up everything, but I was gonna say again, like how you brought back those earlier pain points. It's like kind of like ammunition, kind of like loading up your gun, and at the end, you just kind of like shoot everything at him to kind of get the sell. So I was gonna say that was super cool, especially the Klarna option. Obviously, like for me, most of my guys, I don't end up using Klarna because it just doesn't work for me. But when you say, okay, like
would have done the same thing, just pitch the first month.
yeah, exactly. I was gonna add how like when you mentioned, okay, like yo, let me know once you clicked it, because once they do, it's like you got them step by step, and you like kind of guide them into this so they can't just like not click it. They're going through step by step.
I'll do it after the call.
If you go quiet, or if you give them room to think, or if they're like just sitting there on the corner scheme quiet, they're gonna come up with objections. So you always want to talk, make sure you're guiding them, make sure there's something going on in their brain, or there's some sort of communication with you, so you don't lose that.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Dylan?
No, these guys pretty much hit it on the head, but it's like you refuse to take no as an answer. Like there's a way. You're tired of being in this predicament.
The
So we're
only
gonna get you out of this.
is if the dude has $0 in his bank account.
Yeah. Like you said earlier, like ain't nobody gonna admit they broke unless they really like that. You know what I mean? So the entire call, you made it seem like he was already agreeing to the fitness coaching program. Like you reiterated, we're together on this. I'm gonna be knocking at your door. Like all those, things influences the person. At least I'm thinking back to the call that got me to join this mentorship was a lot of the similar things that you're doing.
Norm?
It's interesting listening to it from this perspective because I have the ability now to reverse engineer it. And basically this whole call, like the whole sales thing is just quality control at the end of the day from what I'm seeing.
Yep.
You're basically like, okay, like I know where I want to be. I just need to figure out, okay, like
what are the steps I need to take to get there? I mean, I tell you guys this, right?
Exactly.
I say like when you're posting content, look at who you want to be and then figure out how you can make content to become that person.
Agreed, 100%. And I think my biggest takeaway, and again, I'm curious to see what everyone else thinks, is you were adamant that they felt as if they were coming to the conclusions that you already knew the answers to.
Yeah.
Like having them actually say it out loud.
Because when you say it, you believe it, like
100%.
it becomes your own belief.
100%.
I think one thing I know you're doing very well. I think we all should be doing this, which is I feel like all of us are doing some sort of monologue. So when we do things, we just like keep talking. I think one thing they do very well, Josh, is even I can learn from it is like keep asking questions. For example, like when Aaron give you objection on things like, hey, like bank situation, paycheck, whatever, you're saying like something like, hey, if you keep doing the same thing, where are you gonna be? He's like, okay, I'm gonna stay the same. And even when you're to coach, just trying to explain your program, like about training, nutrition, and whatever, you keep asking questions. So ask questions every 20 seconds.
Yeah.
For me, what I was doing is like, hey, this is my training program, blah, 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 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah, but they lose focus and then they don't.
Right. I think that's something that we all need to do. That's one thing I want to add.
Good catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is all really great, great resources and advice definitely for ourselves. I got some coming up. But I do have a question about how do you still care or nurture a client? Let's say if you're traveling, you're overseas, and you're not available on WhatsApp because you're in a country that doesn't really use that.
Talk to them through the app, bro. Trainerize.
Just talk to them through the app.
See it, Kyle. Yeah. Just tell them your number's connected to Trainerize and talk to them to Trainerize.
Okay, so I haven't been utilizing Trainerize yet, but you're saying just use
Where are you coaching them through
WhatsApp right now.
Well, then why would there be a case where you don't have WhatsApp? You have it.
The middle. I heard that. I mean, I've never been, but I heard when you go to the Middle East, WhatsApp isn't as useful.
Everyone in the Middle East uses WhatsApp. Everyone.
Really? I thought it was like Botem they were using in like Jeddah. I can be wrong. I've never been. That's the thing.
I don't know. As per my knowledge, it works. Worst case scenario, I would tell them I'll talk to them through the app.
Okay, so like just switch over to Trainerize.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Got you. That's me.
I think the best seal the deal part of this conversation was when you compared Klarna to car mortgage. So it kind of gives them the idea that it's something they've already been doing, like, the monthly installments or paying off the whole thing at once. So
Good catch. Make it relatable.
yeah, so I feel like that was the selling point for me.
Nice.
That's an awesome job.
No, it's a good catch. Doing something to add or hand from before?
Nah, Rehan, just to say that you left no dead space in the conversation. Like, this generation, our brains, or I ain't gonna say my brain, but a lot of the brains we sell it to are cooked. Like, you're constantly selling yourself really quick and getting to the point. So
Yeah. Also, another key thing to know for all you guys is my tonality throughout the whole conversation. Like with the way I ask certain questions, like when I say like, "Oh, well, why do you feel that way?" Like everything was very specifically programmed in that way to get the reaction across and keep them engaged. Because if I'm talking like this right now and I automatically slow down, now you feel like I said something important. But if I speed up, then you're like, "Okay, he's going on another rant." I'm like, "Wait." Now all you guys' attention was like, "What?" So I make sure I keep your emotions engaged by giving you different tonality and kind of raising my voice, whatever. All these things kind of tie in. Aaron?
Some coaches, bro, you hear them talk about oftentimes like leaving a pause or leaving a moment of silence to like kind of put pressure on the client. Was just wondering your thoughts on that.
I did give you one moment of silence, and that was only when I pitched price. I don't give any other moments of silence.
Okay.
When you can guide someone's thoughts, you don't need to give them time to think. Because I asked you a
So-
question, give me the response, and you're thinking actively. It's like guided thinking. I'm just guiding where you're thinking.
Yeah, because I hear it a lot, bro. Like let the person, like, give them a pause or like give them a time to think. But
I don't believe in that. I think when you give someone a pause, their own brain wants to resort to comfort, so they give themselves every reason not to do this.
yeah, I think I would agree with that more. But I think that the one pause that was strategically placed, so that's good.
Chris?
By far, I think the common thing we struggle with is overcoming objections. You get the client to admit every single objection, so in your mind, when it comes up, you already have the answer, and then you're using the law of assumptive closing. So, and you're emphasizing and paraphrasing what he said. So you never told him anything; he told you everything.
Yep,
So that was key.
I tell you guys, you don't want to sell something to someone. You want to make it feel like you're shopping with them.
I like that. That's good.
Okay, cool. Now for all my guys, I have a question. Specifically my guys. What is my mechanism name? My favorite thing to talk about.
It's your subconscious conversion.
Yes. Now, what does that mean, Roberto?
It means you're subconsciously reframing their mind to convert them before the call.
And last question. As you listen to the whole sales call throughout the whole thing, how did I use subconscious conversion? How did I subconsciously convert him to buying towards the end?
You're making him understand that all his problems is due to his actions, and that if he continues to go about his life the way he's already doing it, he's not going to get anywhere unless he gives you your help.
Yeah. So exactly what I preach and teach, just live example for you guys. I literally subconsciously made him feel like this was the best thing and this was the only thing to get him to his end goal. And I didn't say a word. I didn't say, oh, no, this is good for you because of what? It was all done through questions. Cool. All right. Sounds good, guys. We'll see everyone Monday.
Yeah, appreciate you, Rush.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a great one.
Thanks for us.
Have a good
Ciao.
weekend.